So the first card you have your past is the Seven of Wands. Yeah. I hate seeing these two cards at the start. Lots of anger, lots of violence, clashes, all that kind of thing. Okay, I'm getting this right away. This is what I'm getting. Authority. There's something about authority here. It's like, and obviously this is some kind of clash in the Seven of Wands. And a clash with authority. So it looks like someone came in. It looks like someone gave you the impression that they thought they had authority over you. They thought they're more important than they were, or something like that. They thought they could tell you what to do, something like that. And the thing about you and authority, even though you're earth, you're solid, you're dependable, all those things, you're very free in your outlook, you're very free in your heart, you're very free in your mind. And you just don't just flow along for the sake of it. You don't just kind of go along with what people tell you to do. You question things. Any kind of authority, you start questioning. Is that right? Is that what they're saying correct? Is that rule a good rule? Should I be following that? So if you agree with something, you follow it. But if you don't agree, you can be very, very strong in that way. You go the opposite way to other people if that's what you think you should do. You really follow yourself a lot of the time. And I think with this person, with this clash here, if that's resonating with you, they were really surprised by that, really taken aback. I think they thought you'd just say yes to whatever this is for an easy life. But the thing is, you don't have an easy life. You've never had an easy life. You don't look for an easy life. You look for the right thing, not for the easy thing. And that's where your strength is. You don't follow the easy thing. You follow the right thing. And the right thing for you, not the right thing in terms of what other people are telling you, but in terms of what you think. I love that. I really admire that about you, because I always see that in Taurus. Very, you stand by yourself. You're not afraid of standing by yourself. Yeah, there's a lot of anger, or not anger, but it's like, I think with everyone having to be shut in right now, it's making people a lot less tolerant, I should say, when around rules, because we're having all these rules that are enforced on us, and we know we have to do certain things, but then, we do those things, and it's not great, it's not fun, but we do them. And then I think when people come along on top of that, and they start putting their own rules, or they start telling us what to do, it's like, no, enough. I've got rules up to the top of my head. I don't want any more rules. I don't want you telling me what to do. The end of rules. I'm my own person. And it's kind of like you're pushed down under all these rules, and we all are. And it's like, no, I'm an individual. I want to show that. I want to be myself. I want to go my way. And a lot of that's been stopped. And so when someone comes and tries to do that, you're like, no. So I think if anyone tries to come and cross you now, they've got a bit of a surprise in front of them, actually. You're not going to be horrible to them, but it's just like, no, I've been pushed down enough. That's the feeling I'm getting now. And, the other thing is, I'm seeing family here. And yeah, I'll talk about the Five of Swords here as well, because I'm seeing family in that card. Yeah, this is dirty tricks, playing dirty, not playing by the rules. I keep on seeing rules here. And this is the opposite of rules. There's one person who doesn't stick to certain rules for good reasons, and that's you. And then there's the person who, breaks the law, does things like that. That's a different thing again. And so that's what I'm getting here, and I'm getting a family. Do you know what I'm getting here? I'm getting one set of rules for you and one for them. And maybe when you were growing up, that's how it was. Maybe there was a set for you and a set for other people. And if that's the case, maybe that's where you kind of started this questioning of all the rules. Because it's like, well, this doesn't seem fair to me. I'm in this kind of, what's the word? I'm in this kind of setting here. I'm here. I can't do anything because I'm a child. I'm in this family setting. I haven't got any autonomy. I just have to do what I'm told, basically. And then you kind of did that. But then you were like, well, that's not fair, and this isn't fair, and that's not fair. And then I think maybe as a teenager, when you started to question even more, you thought, no, I know that's not right. I know that's not fair. And even as an adult, it looks like maybe some of your family are trying to, or they're still trying to enforce this. No, you have that rule and I have this rule. And so I think maybe that's where all this started, this questioning of all the rules. And, I think you've gotten away from all of that now. but you've still got a bit of that in you of it's kind of made you rebellious in a way. So I think that's what I'm getting there. So you don't go around breaking the rules, but you question them, if that resonates with you. Yeah, there's just another thing here. I'm getting this. Yeah, I think this is probably only for a few people. I think this is quite specific. It feels like someone needed to drop something. I'm just looking at all these swords on this card, and this man, this sneaky man, he's had these other men kind of just drop their swords. So I think someone needed to drop something, or you felt that someone you're around should drop something. It might be, a person, it might be a thing, it might be an opinion. Might be a way of life that they're doing that you didn't like, you thought was wrong. And I don't think they did that. Yeah, this might be a friend, it might be an ex-love connection, and they wouldn't drop whatever this was. And I think in the end, you just had to let them go because they wouldn't let the thing go. So if you're having second thoughts about this, because I'm getting this feeling of, oh, I let them go because I was really unhappy with whatever this was, and I feel a bit bad about that. Maybe they'll change their mind. Maybe if I take them back, they might change their mind again. I'm not seeing that happening. I'm not seeing them changing. I can see that really clearly. I just have to tell you that. They'll always have whatever this is, this energy around them. It's not going to go away. I'm not sure what that is, but I just hope that helps someone who's a bit unsure of someone like that. Okay. So the last card you have, your past, is Temperance. Beautiful card, and I really love that this is here. It's one of my favourite cards, and because you've got all these horrible cards in your past, so really good that this is here. Yeah, lots of healing here. And if everything I was seeing in the Five of Swords is correct, and I was seeing, I think you've had to heal. You've had to get through a lot of what's happened in your past. And you've had to do it by yourself, I think. I'm seeing self-healing. And, Taurus, you're just so strong, you're so determined. So you're very determined to get through things. And so, I think you're probably still going through a bit of that right now. Healing, getting through a lot of what's happened in your past. It's going to be a lifelong process for you, working through everything. I know some people aren't going to want to hear that. They're going to want to hear that, you'll get through this healing and that'll be it. No, you've got more things that are going to come up in the future. But that makes you stronger. That makes you stronger because you've dealt with this, you've healed with this, and anything that comes up in front of you, you've got the strength to deal with that as well. So, it might not feel that comfortable having to deal with all these things that keep coming up all the time, but it's making you stronger to, to deal with whatever you have to face in the future. So it's a good thing for you, really good thing for you. Yeah, there's something else here. Actually, no, there's someone here. There's a person here. And this is someone who's healing as well. Yeah, if you're single, if you've just met someone, or if you've just started talking to someone, or even if you haven't, there's someone who's blending in perfectly with you, or they're going to. Look at this blending. This is a perfect blend. Sounds like a coffee commercial. I don't mean it to sound like that. But yeah, they're blending in with you perfectly. And yeah, it's definitely someone who's healing from things themselves. And I think you'll be able to help each other through things. Yeah, lots of passion here. But obviously, if this is someone who's, relatively new to you, you're not going to meet them right now. So you won't be in contact with them right now if this is you. But if you look at this angel, you can see this beautiful blending right from the very bottom. I'll just move that up so you can see. This angel's toes, they're right in the water, feeling the rocks. So you're feeling each other. You can really feel each other on a really deep level, really deep down there in the water. And then if you look up, it rises up, and then you've got this blending. And then from that, you've got these beautiful big, red wings on this angel. So that's the passion. So there's loads of passion here, but that's not there right now. It's going to grow out of everything else, growing out of the blending. Beautiful. I really hope this resonates with you. Very, very nice new love connection that I'm seeing here for you. So yeah, and with the Ace of Cups, I'll just go on to your present. Ace of Cups, again, this can be new love. And yeah, exactly what was in the Temperance card. This really follows on from that. And this can be about a healing process as well, going through a healing process. Yeah, I hate to see this for you, but there might be a few tears coming up for you. Maybe that's why I'm getting healing over and over again. There's some kind of wave of emotion. If it hasn't come to you already, it's going to come to you soon. Lots of memories you're healing from. So, I think you'll be remembering something that happened in your past, trying to work through all that emotionally. And I think with everyone being so isolated right now, lots of old memories are coming up for a lot of people, coming up to the surface. Lots of people are having problems sleeping, waking up in the night, they're remembering old memories, dreaming things. That's coming out a lot. I'm seeing it everywhere in these readings. And when people stop all the running around, filling our heads with things all the times, that's when these things start to come up sometimes. So, and it's a good thing, again, because you're going to work through this and you're going to come out the other end and you're going to be a lot stronger. So similar thing to what I'm seeing in the Temperance card. And again, new love, huge emotion here. This is the emotion card. Lots and lots of growth once again. And this is a lot deeper than passion. Look at these beautiful water lilies right at the bottom of this card. You can just see them there. They're there. You have to trust me. They're at the bottom of this card. So it's like all this beautiful emotion, all this water's pouring down right to the bottom there. And then everything grows out of that. Absolutely beautiful. So if you've met someone, or if you're just talking to someone, and if you recognize all these feelings, if you're feeling all that chemistry, you know the potential's there, there's this edge of excitement here. It's really making me smile. I love that time in a relationship where it's all new and it's all exciting. I just love that time. I'd love that to be like that all the time. So if this is you, you'll know. You'll feel the energy. You'll feel that right away. And you can see it in these two cards, this and the Temperance card. You can really see that. So the next card you have for your present is the Six of Pentacles. Yes. Opposite. So you keep on getting good, bad, good, bad. So, okay, I'm not saying this is all bad, but this is obviously about imbalanced relationships. Can be about a lot of things. Obviously, there's money here. Now, I think this might be a little bit of a warning to you, actually, with this new love. Because I think in a lot of your past relationships, I've seen this before in your readings, actually, you've been extremely giving, especially with one person, extremely giving, and you're always like that. Just take things a little bit slowly with this new person, especially when it comes to being generous. I'm not saying being mean. I'm not saying go around being mean to someone. I'm not saying don't help people. I'm not saying that at all. And I don't think they're going to take advantage of you. That's what this card can be about sometimes. But this does look very, very positive. But what I am seeing is there's a need for you to let them come to you. Let yourself be the one who's spoiled. Let yourself receive. You might not have had that in a relationship. You're always the giver in a relationship. And I think you're naturally like that. So, let them come to you. Be a receiver. And I think that'll be really good for you. I think for one, it's the right thing for you to do. You deserve to be a receiver right now. The other thing is, I think it'll be really good for you to see what it's like to be on that side of things, because you're never on that side of things. So I think this will be a really good experience for you for a lot of reasons. So lay back, or I shouldn't say lay back, just sit back a bit, just let them come to you. If they say, oh, let me help you, let me do this for you, let them do it. Let them do it. That's what I'm getting in that card. Do things differently this time. The last card you have your present is the Four of Swords. Okay, there's something a bit specific here, so it might just be for a few people. And I'm just looking back at the Six of Pentacles as well while I'm looking at this card. So yeah, lots and lots of activity. So I think you've had lots of activity around you and lots of action, all that kind of thing. And now it's kind of come to a stop. So obviously everyone's like that right now. Lots of things we've been doing have come to a stop. But I think for you, it's making you think. Because I think before this time, you're rushing around doing lots of things. I think you're putting money into things, which is what I'm seeing in the Six of Pentacles. Putting money into things, putting time into things. Right, I've got to get this done. I've got to do that. This is what I need. This is what I want. And now you're just sitting there and you're thinking, is this really what I want? Am I overdoing things? Maybe I was putting too much money into something, putting too much resources into something, a business or a project or something. And so now, if this is where you are right now, really, really sit back and think about this, reassess things, think, okay, what's essential? What do I need? And I think we're all doing that a bit. We're all kind of questioning, what's really, really important? Do I need all these products in my cupboard? Do I need all these clothes in my wardrobe? Do I need all these, do I need lots and lots of cars? Do I need this and that? Or do I not? Can I pare down? Is it necessary? What's the point of it all? What's the point of having all these things? So I think that might be where you are right now. And if this is about a business that you're putting lots of resources into, and I was getting something about this in your last reading actually, if that's you, it looks like you might really start just streamlining things and finding a very narrow focus, if that makes sense. I'm just seeing this really a kind of pinpoint focus on one or two things, and everything else is going to kind of grow from there. And I hope that makes sense to someone. I know it's a little bit abstract, but it just feels like you're narrowing things down, and that's going to be a really big part of your success. It's almost like you needed this time to really stop, to get off the kind of treadmill of going towards things, spending money on things, doing this, doing that, doing this. Oh, I have to keep busy. I have to, and you've kind of stepped off that, and now you're reassessing. So I think this is a really important time for you. You needed this time, if that's you. So the first card you have, your future, is the Ten of Wands. Yeah. So I think, okay, I'm seeing lots and lots of things here. So with this new connection, and I've seen this before, both of you coming out of some really, really difficult situations. And, I think for you, you've had years of problems. I was seeing that in the Five of Swords. Years and years of problems. They go way, way back. But again, you're really strong. You just keep going and going and going. And I think that's what you're going to show them. I think you're going to teach them that. And with this thing you're working on that I was getting in the Four of Swords, there's definitely success coming to you from that. I can see that. But with the two things working together, that pinpoint focus and this resilience that you've got that I'm seeing in this card, you just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and the focus at the same time. That's what's going to get you there. And the two things together, they're going to be your strength. And again, with this relationship, I'm going to talk about all of these cards together. It looks like you're going to help each other to kind of come out of everything you've both been through. Really, really nice, helpful energy. You're going to carry each other's burdens, like I'm seeing in this card, helping one another out. It's like, oh, you're like this, let me help you, let me lighten your load for you. I'm seeing lots of that happening. Really, really nice. Mutual care, mutual care. And, I've seen this before. This is deeper than passion. There's definitely passion there. But yeah, mutual help, carrying each other's loads. Beautiful, beautiful help going backwards and forwards here. And again, there's a risk of you doing a bit too much of this. And I think the Ten of Wands is another reminder of that. Don't go too far with that help. You're helping them, they're helping you. But don't go too far. You'll end up like this poor man here. And with the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords together here, there are times when I think you're both going to feel a little bit of frustration at different times. You at one time, them at other times, backwards and forwards, up and down a bit, because you're healing, and you're not going to be healing at the same times. You're not going to be feeling the same things at the same times. It's not a linear process, especially when you've got two people healing from things. So yeah, you're both going to have ups and downs at different times. And you're both going to have times where you just don't feel like opening up, you don't feel like talking. So get ready for that. Just remember that that's going to happen to you coming up. But just the fact that I can see way ahead into this relationship, because it's only early days here, that means it's something that's very, very long term. This is going to go the distance. I can see that. So very positive. These are just human ups and downs that I'm seeing here, normal things. And you know, you deserve this. You deserve this really positive relationship, and you deserve this help, and you deserve this care, because you've given so much in the past, so much, and you didn't get a lot back. So now here's this beautiful, mutual, caring, loving energy that you're getting. You really, really deserve this if this is you, Taurus. I love this for you.